Student who's seeking happiness one picture at a time.
Later in the show, we introduce you to a smooth talker, one of the newest additions to the Elon acapella scene.
This is ELN Morning. Good morning, Elon, and thanks for waking up with us. I'm Jasmine Turner.
And I'm Matt Lee. We have a great show for you on this cloudy spring day. If you've checked your Twitter feed in the last 12 hours, you've probably seen that University of Connecticut just won the NCAA National Championship.
And our reporter Brennan McGovern and photographer Al Drago drove to the University of Kentucky last night to cover the aftermath of the game.
Kentucky students and fans packed into bars like the Tin Roof to cheer on the Wildcats last night. And despite losing to Connecticut, they poured out into the street after the game. A heavy police presence kept watch as thousands of fans publicly mourned the loss on State Street. Before long, bonfires were lit and impromptu chants were heard throughout Lexington. According to city officials, at least 6 people were arrested and 14 were injured. That's one story that has been making headlines today, and now our Eric Goodnow joins us with other top stories we're following across the nation. Eric?
Jasmine and Matt, the latest news from Elon involves a name that's been around for the last year, Alexis Gray. The federal government dismissed Gray's charge on Sunday for traveling to commit an act of violence against a dating partner. Gray arrived at Elon's campus with a rifle in November 2012 while attempting to see her ex-boyfriend Greg Seligy. She did plead guilty to bringing a weapon to campus 2 weeks ago in district court and was sentenced to 36 months probation, which will be served in her home state of Pennsylvania. Gray is still banned from the town of Elon and the university. And now on the national stage, Fort Hood is back in the news after another shooting. It's been revealed that the shooter, Specialist Ivan Lopez, was motivated by an altercation following a request for leave. The shooting involved at least 35 rounds of ammunition over an 8-minute span, killing 3 people. Moving to international news, we look to South Africa. Former Olympic athlete Oscar Pistorius, also known as the Blade Runner, continued testifying in his defense today during the murder trial of his late girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp. Pistorius is accused of shooting her on the morning of Valentine's Day 2013, thinking she was an intruder. As the trial continues, the state will call on the Pistorius family members to testify against him, as they are on the list of 107 witnesses. Those are the stories that are making headlines this week. For Elon Local News, I'm Eric Goodnow. Back to you guys.
The weather outside this morning looked pretty cloudy, but is the cloud cover here to stay, or can we look forward to clear skies?
Our Carly Hilliard joins us in downtown Elon with this week's weather forecast. Now, Carly, last week was a breath of fresh air, but how does the rest of this week look?
Jasmine, folks at College Coffee may be a little chilly and it looks like a gloomy day outside, but there's a low chance of showers, so we should be looking at a drier day than yesterday. And we might see the sun break through the clouds by mid-afternoon when the high reaches the mid-60s, giving us a glimpse of that spring weather we've all been craving. Spring might be back in the air, but chilly winter nights are still lingering. Grab a jacket if you have a late night ahead because lows could reach the low 40s. But don't worry, we should only have to put up with overcast skies for a couple more days this week. Let's check out the Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tomorrow will feel similar to today's temps, reaching a high of 67 by mid-afternoon with a low of 40. By Thursday, we can expect mostly clear skies, and it looks like we could even break 70 degrees. Now, in my mind, Friday is the perfect day, and not just because we'll be finishing up classes for the week. Mostly sunny skies with temps reaching 76 and no chance of rain. Even the low will be a little higher at 52. Wrapping up your 5-day forecast, Saturday should be another warm day with a high of 74 and a low of 51 degrees. That's all for this week's Phoenix 5-day forecast. I'm Carly Hilliard. Back to you guys in the studio.
Coming up on ELN Morning, Elon students are using the catwalk to help feed Alamance County. Stay tuned to find out how.
And our Katie Kaler spent 24 hours going wild this weekend for Miracle Families. All that and more coming up next.
from a national scale to here at Elon, news definitely travels fast. Our Nicole Chadwick is live at College Coffee with what's happening here today on campus. Sorry about that. We're going to check out a new Elon package with Katie Kaler, who went live at Elanthon to tell us more about how it went for the 24 hours she was there.
Thank you, Matt. Welcome to Elanthon. I'm Katie, and I'll be taking you through the next 24 hours. We're just getting underway here in Alumni Gym, but there's a lot more in store.
In keeping with the theme this year, participants of Elanthon had a number of ways to go wild for the kids. From concert music to appearances by the dance, basketball, and cheerleading teams, students were entertained for the full 24 hours. But most importantly, 22 Miracle families took to the stage to speak about their experiences at Duke Children's Hospital, including miracle child Claire Mayer.
Duke is such a great facility. It's a teaching facility, and everything you guys are doing we're really thankful for it, so thank you.
We also had the opportunity to speak with miracle child Hannah Hedden about her experience with Elanthon.
Elanthon means to me a whole bunch. Everything these people do really hits home. They help a lot of people at Duke Children's Hospital, and just being there all the time, I really thank everybody for what they're doing. They will never know how much this means to a lot of people.
The second shift is underway here in Alumni Gym. We just heard a really moving testimony by survivor Audrey Connors. Knockout Perez is setting up now, and stay tuned because the rave hour is coming up at 3:30.
Student band Knockout Perez performed early in the second shift, followed by a rave hour that rounded out the early morning. Executive Director Liz Jester worked on Elanthon all year and says it made a huge impact on her life.
They put a lot of things in perspective, and I think it's also given me some of my very best friends, some of the most inspiring people I've gotten to work with, and I think, just getting to meet so many people who also care so much about a cause I care about, it's inspiring, and it's just really shaped my Elon experience.
It is just after 6:30, which means we are a little over halfway through Elanthon as the third shift kicks off. 24-hour dancers can look forward to going swimming this shift, but more importantly, we will be hearing from more of our Miracle families.
By the start of the last shift, legs were weak, but morale was stronger than ever. Miracle children took the stage to provide entertainment for the end of Elanthon, when the total was revealed.
It was a great ending to another Elanthon here in Alumni Gym with over $170,000 raised for the kids. Katie Kaler, Elon Local News.
The 1,300 dancers who participated in Elanthon raised over $176,000 for Duke's Children's Hospital.
The dancing continues this week as sororities and fraternities are getting some last-minute practice for tomorrow's annual Greek Week dance. The dance is a part of Elon's Greek Week, a competition of all sororities and fraternities. The winner of tomorrow's dance gets 150 points in one of many Greek Week challenges. And so it's a great opportunity to see what they've got, and we actually talked to Jill Graysick, who had a little bit to say about what this competition means.
And I'm sure that they'll do so this year as well. They always, give an incredible performance, and it'll be the same, I'm sure. But I think another big competition is just filling the shoes from last year's performance. I mean, we did so well last year, and I'm just hoping that we can live up to everyone's expectations.
And we just had the emergency alert from Smith Jackson and Elon University testing everything and making sure our e-alert systems are good, which it can never come at a better time when you got stormy spring weather, clouds coming, trees falling. It's good to test those systems every now and then, right?
Definitely.
Well, let's try to see what we can do and see if Nicole Chadwick is live at College Coffee. We're going to see if she's there. And she's not. So we are going to talk to Jasmine about her experiences here at Elon.
And so Facebook and Instagram are forever changing students' perspectives, and we looked into a new hashtag that has been challenging for some but rewarding for a few other people.
And later in the show, we have a special guest that has a way with words.
The participants of Greek Week keep everything under wraps, from the dance moves to the songs and the outfits, until the day of the dance. But for those who are more interested in the fashion side than dancing, our Mackenzie Murray has the event for you.
From walking the catwalk to the themed after party, sophomore Alex Bohannon is determined to make this year's Black Cultural Society fashion show better than ever.
I can't even describe how awesome this show is going to be, and one of the things that I just love is seeing the vision take shape.
The title for this year's fashion show is Chance. This is not a game. And as for the theme,
I would say think of board games and think of Jumanji, and then think of those two, how they would work together.
as a former member of a modeling troupe, Bohannon is this year's fashion show director.
It's a combination between a play and a fashion show. The clothes are phenomenal. The participants, of course, are phenomenal, but also just the scenes and the way they work together are phenomenal because there's a storyline.
All proceeds from this event go to a student-run charity, HOPE, which stands for Helping Other People Eat.
Definitely jumped at the opportunity to give to his charity because it helps people within the Burlington community and Alamance County.
After the show, there will be an after-party sponsored by the Black Cultural Society and the National Panhellenic Council.
You need to be there. Be there or be square or any of the other shapes that aren't cool, because all the cool people are going to be there.
Mackenzie Murray, Elon Local News.
The show will be at 6:30 on April 12th in McKinnon Hall, and the after party is at 11 at Tap House. And joining us now is Alex Bohannon himself to teach us a thing or two about walking on that catwalk.
So how did you get started in fashion, this fashion show?
Well, when I was in high school, I was involved in a modeling troupe, which is just a student org that just walks on the catwalk, and we do different shows and different things like that. And so I thought that I would bring that sort of to Elon, and I was asked to direct this year's fashion show, and so I thought I would bring my experiences into kind of my vision for the fashion show. So
tell us a little bit about HOPE, the organization that you all are giving your proceeds to.
Yes, well, HOPE actually has kind of three primary functions. The first function is to give funding to different organizations like allied churches. The second is to certify restaurants that are socially responsible so that they can accept donations on HOPE's behalf. And the third is just to raise awareness about hunger across the community. And one of the things that I love is the fact that this organization was started by an Elon student, Jensen Roll. And so when I was thinking about what organization to donate the funds to, because I knew we were going to donate to charity, I just thought of HOPE. HOPE was the first thing that came to mind. So yes, definitely. We're really excited about it.
Excellent.
Well,
so are we.
Yeah, so I'm also excited to see how we can learn how to walk down this catwalk that we got on in the studio.
We got a little catwalk. We'll let you go first. Show us how to do it.
Okay, well, you know, anytime you're walking, you have to make sure that confidence just oozes from you. So you have to make sure that, first of all, you know, your hands are by your side, but Jasmine, you can put your hands on your hips.
Okay, good. I like
so I'm going to walk first, and I'm just going to walk down here. You know, the confidence has to be always on the face, you know, just be confident. You know, when you walk back, you know, I'll get over here so you guys can walk, but there you go. Yes, you look good, Matt. Yes.
Was it my turn now?
I guess so.
Yes.
Do I put like a
Did I
fierce
kill it?
face, like
Yes,
a Tyra?
a fierce face. Yes, Tyra.
Is that good?
Yes, it's good.
Start working it. So how much preparation do you guys put in? Like, talk to us about the practices and what you do and all of that.
Well, okay, so we originally started having practices twice a week, so on Mondays and Wednesdays, but for the past 2 weeks, we've been practicing every single day. And then this week we have practice on Thursday. I think Thursday is gonna be really long. When I told people how long the practice was gonna be yesterday, I heard some gripes and complaints. It's gonna be from 5 to 9 on Thursday.
Well, we can't wait to see the fashion show. I know I'll definitely be there. Matt, you should come with me.
I want to try to just sneak on and walk myself.
Right.
But it's great. So now we're going to toss it back to our Nicole Chadwick, who's live at College Coffee, to see what's happening today here on our campus.
So glad that I'm finally getting to talk to you. We are at College Coffee, which is starting to dwindle a little bit, but let me tell you, it's a little chilly, cloudy, but it's nice. It's nice out. It's very casual College Coffee today. Seems like a lot of people are stressed out with projects and work, but everybody's gathering around for donuts and just a little time to hang out. We had some fraternity initiations. They're dancing right now, doing some stepping that I could not do myself, but they seem to be having fun with it. There's a bunch of student organizations here today. Spectrum is here, the Elon network is here, study abroad programs are here. Everybody's excited and just gathering around for coffee and just some good old-fashioned chatting. That's pretty much all that's going on right here. I hope that you guys are enjoying some time in the studio. Also, did you hear the emergency test sirens? Because believe me, we heard them. So make sure to plug your ears if you're walking around campus today. That's all for me over in College Coffee. I'm Nicole Chadwick. Back to you.
Now, thanks, Nicole. Facebook and Instagram are always great ways to have new perspectives on life, and we looked into a hashtag that's been challenging for a lot of students, but pretty rewarding for some others.
And later in the show, we have a special guest that has a way with words. Later in the show, after the break.
You've probably heard Pharrell's new song and seen the hashtag, but what is hashtag 100 Happy Days? I set out to find out. Junior Kate Lesord, who's known for her positive outlook on life, decided that this challenge was one she was willing to take.
Just coming back from abroad, I was like, okay, like in a weird place about coming back to Elon, and so being able to have a day, like looking for something each day to remind me of just like overall things to be happy about and thankful for, and just keeping that positive outlook does make a difference.
The 100 Happy Days Challenge is a social media challenge started by a man in Switzerland to take a photo a day for 100 days and post it on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter with the hashtag 100 Happy Days.
We so often forget to take the small moments that happen throughout our days and realize that those are really, truly great moments that we tend to overlook by the things that we get stressed about or worried about or anxious about.
According to 100happydays.com, 71% of people tried to complete the 100 Happy Days challenge, but didn't complete it due to a lack of time. But for Lesord, happiness is something you make time for.
We're always trying to do the next thing, and just such fast pace that we tend to forget to do things for ourselves or things that will make us happy and things that are just edifying towards us.
Today, more than 350,000 people have started the 100 Happy Days Challenge, and for Lesord, there's a greater purpose in it.
I try to not make it about me as much, but also being able to make it about other people and that show them that they make me happy and they bring me joy.
Now on day 38, the challenge has been easier than expected.
It really just shows when you are looking for moments that make you happy, there's a lot more that do than we realize.
Inspired by Lesord, I decided to start the challenge as well. And while Lesord may be one person, we can all learn from her.
It's maybe a bad day, but it's not a bad life. And just having that mentality to find the positives throughout your day really does make a difference.
Now let's hope I can keep up with the challenge, but you might be like me where watching Julia makes you happier than actually cooking in the kitchen. Our Meredith Stutz is here with the latest blockbusters that are perfect to curl up and watch with a bag of popcorn. Meredith?
Thanks, Jasmine. If you and your friends are itching to get out and see a movie this weekend, the box office has something for everyone. First up is Marvel's Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which opened this past weekend. It has already brought in more than $95 million. The movie stars Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson. It is the sequel from the 2011 Captain America film. Next up is the highly talked about Noah film. Russell Crowe stars as Noah, who is given a mission by God to build an ark to save his family and the animals before a massive flood destroys Earth. And keeping with the action-packed movies, Divergent continues to bring in the dough. Based on the best-selling book by Veronica Roth, the movie, which stars Kate Winslet, follows a girl, played by Shailene Woodley, in a post-apocalyptic world. The girl looks for help in understanding why she is hated and feared because of her powers. And finally, ending on a lighter note, opening up this weekend is Draft Day. Kevin Costner stars as the general manager for the Cleveland Browns, who is trying to secure the #1 draft pick for the NFL. That's all I have for the box office breakdown this week. I'm Meredith Stutz. Jasmine and Matt, back to you.
Welcome back to ELN Morning. Elon a cappella groups select a handful of talented students each year to join their group, and today we're joined by one of the newest additions to Twisted Measure, Jasper Thomas. Jasper, what made you decide to join an a cappella group?
So it always had been one of those things in the back of my mind. ever since I saw or started researching acapella, and Pitch Perfect, of course, helped a lot. But I started researching Elon's acapella in high school, and Twist and Measure was really one that stuck out to me. So when I came here in the fall, I auditioned, and it was a really awesome opportunity. So.
Where do you see your music going professionally or even just in college?
Ooh, I don't know. I honestly have no idea where this is going to go. It's a really big hobby of mine, and it's something that has always been a passion to me. So it depends. Wherever the road takes me, I guess.
So now you're just a freshman, but you've already done Twisted Measure, and you worked with Sean McGee, who was on ELN Morning a couple weeks ago. How are you getting so involved in the music community, just being in a first year?
It's a lot of time, a big time commitment, but I think, of course, everyone at Elon would know that being a part of everything is just a huge portion of Elon, and I like to think of myself as that.
What was it like being in that music video with Sean McGee, getting so many views? I know a lot of people were talking about your performance rapping.
It was really awesome. When he asked me to do it, I was ecstatic because it was such an amazing opportunity, and I just couldn't believe that he picked me out of everyone else he could have picked.
So you bring a little bit of a different flavor. I know a lot of the a cappella groups just have singers and beatboxers, but tell us about the rapping. How'd you get into that?
So I did not rap before Twist. Well, I kind of rap, like in my car, but
don't we all?
But Twisted Measure had announced that they were gonna do Can't Hold Us, and I was like, I'm just gonna try it because I had known all the words from just singing in my car, and I auditioned, and they really liked it, so they gave it to me, and it was really awesome.
What other songs do you want to rap, or do you see yourself? You think hopefully you guys would do? Any ideas?
I don't know. Rapping, I really like Macklemore. He's one of my favorite artists. So if we could throw another Macklemore song in there, that would be really awesome. Maybe in the future.
That would be great. Well, thank you so much, and you are going to wrap us up. But before we go, we want to thank you for tuning in. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and like us on Twitter.
Yep, and right now we're going to check out Jasper's last show, and he's going to sing us out as we head out. So have a great week, Elon, and check us out on Thursday Exclusive.
People now sing that song and it goes like raise those hands. This is our body.
You're singing one of my favorite songs. I'm so excited.
Go, Jasper.
Is he gonna play through? It's a.
All I am is a man. I want the world in my hands. I hate the beach, but I stand.